most passengers are booking the wrong seat every single flight. Airlines know it, and they're laughing while you sit cramped in the worst row on the plane. But what if I told you there's a secret trick airlines hide that could get you the best seat every time without paying extra? Picture this. Sarah books her dream vacation to Italy 6 months in advance. She carefully compares flight prices, finds the perfect deal, and clicks purchase feeling proud of her savvy shopping skills. But when she boards that plane, she realizes she's trapped in the dreaded middle seat of row 37, sandwiched between a snoring businessman and someone screaming toddler, while passengers just 3 rows ahead enjoy extra legroom, priority boarding, and complimentary drinks she didn't even know existed. Sarah made the same mistake 90% of travelers make, and by the end of this video, you'll never make it again. Before we dive into this game-changing revelation, if you love saving money and traveling smarter, hit that subscribe button right now. It really helps me bring you more airline secrets that could save you hundreds on every trip. And trust me, airlines absolutely hate videos like this one. Why your seat selection matters infinitely more than you think. This isn't just about comfort, though we'll definitely cover that. We're talking about your health, your wallet, and access to perks that airlines actively hide from regular passengers. Airlines have engineered a psychological pricing system that tricks you into thinking you're saving money when you're actually getting robbed. They show you that base fare that looks so attractive, but then they hit you with seat selection fees that can add $50 to $200 to your ticket price. Meanwhile, certain seats offer benefits worth far more than what you'd pay for them. But airlines bury this information deeper than buried treasure. Your health is also on the line here. Studies show that passengers in specific seat locations have significantly different risks for deep vein thrombosis, motion sickness, and even exposure to germs. The difference between choosing the right seat and the wrong seat could literally be the difference between arriving refreshed or arriving sick. Then there are the hidden perks. Some seats come with priority boarding, extra baggage allowances, complimentary drinks, or access to premium amenities that airlines never advertise. These benefits can be worth hundreds of dollars, but they're only available to passengers who know exactly where to look. But here's where it gets really interesting. Airlines don't want you to know any of this because they've built their entire profit model around passenger ignorance. They've spent billions of dollars studying human psychology to manipulate you into making decisions that benefit them, not you. Let me expose exactly how airlines manipulate your seat selection decisions. They use something called anchoring bias, where they show you the most expensive seat options first to make their medium-priced options seem reasonable. They create artificial scarcity by claiming only a few good seats remain, even when that's not true. They use confusing seat maps that hide the best seats or make them appear unavailable when they're actually open. Airlines also manipulate their pricing algorithms based on your browsing history, your location, and even the device you're using to book. They'll show higher prices to passengers they think can afford to pay more, while offering the same seats at lower prices to others. This is called dynamic pricing, and it's completely legal, but it's also completely unfair. They push passengers into worse seats by making the good seats appear more expensive than they actually are. They'll charge you $30 for a seat that's barely better than basic economy, while hiding seats that offer twice the value for the same price. They've even been caught deliberately showing seat maps with incorrect information to drive passengers toward their preferred revenue seats. The psychology gets even darker. Airlines know that most people book flights when they're stressed about travel planning, so they exploit that mental state by creating time pressure and decision fatigue. They overwhelm you with choices, then offer a simple solution that benefits them more than you. Now here's the secret trick that changes everything, and I'm going to give you the exact step-by-step process that airlines absolutely do not want you to know. The trick is called, and it works because airlines use different inventory systems for different purposes. When you book directly through an airline's website, you're seeing their customer-facing seat map, which is designed to generate revenue, not to show you the best available options. Here's exactly how to do it. First, after you book your flight, but before you select a seat, open a new browser window and go to Seat Guru or Seat Maps. Look up your exact flight number and aircraft type. This will show you the real seat map with detailed information about every single seat, including which ones have extra legroom, power outlets, better recline, or other hidden benefits. Next, cross-reference this information with Expert Flyer or KVS Tool if you have access. These professional tools show the actual seat availability that airlines use internally, not the manipulated version they show to customers. You'll often discover that seats marked as unavailable or premium are actually available for free or at a much lower cost. Here's the crucial third step. Instead of selecting your seat immediately, wait exactly 24 hours after booking. Airlines' dynamic pricing systems often reset daily, and seats that were expensive or unavailable during your booking process frequently become available or drop in price during this window. But here's where the real magic happens. Call the airline directly and speak to a reservation agent, but don't tell them you want to change your seat. Instead, say you're concerned about a medical condition that requires specific accommodations. This triggers a different protocol where agents have access to seats that aren't available through the website, including premium seats they can assign for free for medical reasons. If that doesn't work, try the social media approach. Tweet at the airline's customer service account explaining that you're celebrating an anniversary, birthday, or other special occasion. Airlines often have social media teams empowered to make goodwill gestures, including complimentary seat upgrades that their phone agents can't authorize. The timing of when you select your seat also matters enormously. Usually 24 to 48 hours before departure, and again 4 to 6 hours before takeoff. If you're flexible, you can often snag premium seats that were being held for elite passengers who didn't claim them. Now let me share some bonus hacks that will take your seat selection game to the next level. First, understand that airlines block certain seats for elite members, but they release these seats if no elite members claim them. Economy Plus seats, exit row seats, and bulkhead seats often become available for free within 24 hours of departure. Here's a hidden booking feature most people never discover. Many airlines allow you to set seat alerts that notify you when better seats become available. Instead of settling for a mediocre seat, you can monitor your flight and automatically move to a better seat when it opens up. For international flights, there's a special hack involving partner airlines. If you book a United flight operated by Lufthansa, you can often select seats through Lufthansa's website that aren't available through United's booking system. This works because airlines share flights, but don't always share the same seat inventory systems. The upgrade game has its own hidden rules. Airlines prioritize upgrades based on elite status, but they also consider factors like fare class, check-in time, and even your history of purchasing ancillary services. If you've bought Wi-Fi, meals, or checked bags on previous flights, you're more likely to receive complimentary upgrades because airlines view you as a profitable customer. There's also the empty middle seat strategy for domestic flights. Airlines typically assign aisle and window seats first, leaving middle seats empty. If you're traveling with a partner, book the aisle and window seats in a 3-seat row. There's a high probability the middle seat will remain empty, giving you extra space. If someone does get assigned to the middle seat, they're usually happy to trade for your aisle or window seat. For long-haul flights, pay attention to the crew rest areas and galley locations. Seats near crew rest areas are often quieter because flight attendants actively manage noise levels in those sections. Seats near galleys might seem undesirable, but they often provide more space to stretch your legs during long flights. Remember Sarah from our opening story? Here's how this secret trick would have completely changed her experience. Instead of accepting that middle seat in row 37, Sarah could have used the seat map bypass method to discover that her flight had multiple exit row seats available for free selection 24 hours before departure. By calling the airline and mentioning that she suffers from anxiety in cramped spaces, she could have been moved to an aisle seat with extra legroom at no additional cost. The gate agent might have even offered her a complimentary upgrade to Economy Plus as a goodwill gesture for being a proactive customer. Instead of spending her flight uncomfortable and frustrated, Sarah could have enjoyed 34 inches of legroom instead of 31, priority boarding that let her settle in without the stress of overhead bin space, and access to premium snacks that made her 10-hour flight actually enjoyable. The difference between knowing these secrets and not knowing them isn't just comfort done, it's the difference between feeling like airlines are working against you and feeling like you're finally beating them at their own game.
If you're finding this information as game-changing as I think you are, give this video a like right now. It tells YouTube to show this to more travelers just like you, and it helps me continue exposing the tricks airlines don't want you to discover. Airlines spend millions of dollars training their staff to maximize revenue from every passenger interaction. But armed with these secrets, you can turn their own systems against them. You can transform from the passenger who gets taken advantage of to the passenger who consistently scores the best seats, the best service, and the best value. The seat selection game is really a psychological battle between you and a multi-billion-dollar industry that profits from your ignorance. But knowledge is power, and now you have the power to win that battle every single time
time you fly. Don't forget to subscribe because next week I'm exposing even more airline hacks that could save you hundreds on your next trip. We're going to dive into the hidden fees airlines sneak onto your ticket and exactly how to avoid every single one of them. Drop a comment below and tell me about your worst airline seat experience. Or better yet, try these tricks on your next flight and let me know how much money you saved. I read every single comment, and your experiences help me create even better content for fellow travelers who are tired of getting ripped off by airlines. If you think this seat trick was wild, wait until you see the secret fees airlines sneak into your ticket. I'll link that video right here.